everybody, and welcome back to Crochet College, or if this is your first time, just welcome. In this video, I will be showing you how I created my Hunny potholder, and in the description box down below, I will leave a link for the written versions of this pattern. I have one for free available on my blog, or a paid version that you could get through my Etsy shop, and that's a downloadable PDF. And in addition, all of the supplies that you need to make this craft will be in the description box down below. If you enjoy this pattern, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, as that helps me create more amazing patterns for you. So with all that said, let's get started. To make this project today, I will be using the following supplies. I have 3 skeins of a 100% cotton yarn. I'll be using gray, orange, and red. I have a 3.5mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors. I begin this project today by creating a foundation chain to my desired length. So I tighten up my slip knot and I get ready to go. I begin this project with a foundation chain of 30. I'm then going to chain 2, and this is going to count as my first double crochet. Next, I will work 1 double crochet into each stitch across the row. Now for row 2, we are going to begin by chaining 2, and then we will be working 1 double crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then I will work a front post double crochet into the next stitch. We are going to be making this front panel using the waffle stitch, so if you are familiar with it, you can kind of skip this part, but if you're not familiar with it, you can keep going with me. So I'm going to continue that pattern of 2 regular double crochet through the top of the stitch, and then 1 front post double crochet all the way across the row. Once I finish row 2, I will chain 2 and turn. And for the next row, I will work 1 regular double crochet into the first stitch, and then I will work 2, or really 1 front post double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So I'm really doing the opposite of what I had been doing before. So whenever I see from the previous row that I had a front post, I'm working that regular double crochet, and then if in the previous row I made a regular, I'm working a front post. So I'll continue this pattern of 1 regular double crochet, 2 front post double crochets all the way across the row. Once I finish row 3, I will chain 2 and turn, and then I will just do a repeat of rows 2 and rows 3 until I reach my desired length. So I continued that pattern until I reached row 18, until that was the size that I wanted. And what I did is for rows 16, 15, 14, and 13, I worked this in red. So I got this nice kind of streak. So I do have a front side, which is the side that has all of those pronounced squares, and I have my back side, which has some ridges and some interior parts. So this is my back side where I will be hiding all of my leftover tails, and then I've got my front side for this panel. Now we are ready to move on to our back panel. I'm going to begin the back panel with a foundation chain of 30. So after I've completed chaining 30 for my foundation chain, I will then chain 2, and that will count as my first double crochet. So then I will continue working 1 row of double crochets for row 1. After I've completed row 1, I will chain 2 and turn, and then I will work front post double crochets in each stitch across the row. After I complete row 2, I'm going to chain 2 and turn. And in the next row, I will work a full row of back post double crochet stitches. After I complete row 2, let me start this here. After I complete row 2, I will chain 2 and turn. And now I will complete a row of back post double crochet stitches. I will continue working back post double crochet stitches all the way across. After I complete row 3, I will chain 2 and turn. I will then repeat row 2 and row 3 until I reach my desired length. So I worked up that front post alternating to back post double crochet for a total of 18 rows, which is the same amount that I had done for the front panel. The only thing is that because of the stitch, this one's going to be a little bit tighter right now, but it does stretch out to be the same size, so I'm not worried about the size difference there. The next step that I will be using is to put the wrong sides facing in towards each other, whichever side I deem to be the wrong side of the front here. I'm going to be using the side that has the squares, but honestly, this back side looks just as beautiful, so that's another great option. But I'm just going to lay the wrong sides facing each other. I'm going to make sure all of my tails are hidden on the inside. And using the gray, and I did not finish off the back panel, but using the gray, I am just going to single crochet around to stitch these two together. On the sides of every row, I'm going to put 2 single crochets, and on the tops, I'm just going to go 1 single crochet for each of the stitches. Alright, so I've single crocheted my way all the way around the edge, and now I'm just going to finish off my work and pull that tail onto the inside. And once I get it in there, I'll then pull it out like that and just cut it. So this way it's hidden on the inside and there's no worries. Now obviously you could block this work, and another option would be to add a handle. I like mine just the way it is, so I'm not going to add anything extra to it. And I don't usually block my work, I just leave it and let all the stitches figure themselves out as they go. But this is what your project will look like when it is finished. I absolutely love the way this came out. I think the color scheme is perfect because it really does remind me of somebody extra special. And then just the combination of the stitches, the waffle stitch combined with that front post, back post alternating double crochet really does make a very thick pot holder that is not going to make my hand hurt when I pull something out of the oven with it. So all in all, this pattern took me approximately 2 hours to make. And I have to admit that I wasn't very dedicated. I was going at a pretty slow pace, watching TV while I was designing it initially. So overall, this is definitely going to be a keeper for me. I don't think that I'm going to add any extra embellishment, but let me know in the comments down below if you decide that you're going to add a button or maybe a handle or something extra to go with it. As always, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel so you are the first to know when I come out with a new video. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great day.